Now, I guess most currently, the auto industry has been under a lot of fire over the last couple of years, and the government had to bail out certain aspects of the government of the auto industry. Ford, I think, has been a very good success story there in terms of, if memory serves, not getting a lot of government funding, if any at all, unlike GM and Chrysler, and the CEO for Ford really has helped turn things around. Productivity is up, sales are up by I think 20-25% as well from last year's totals. Can you tell me a little bit about the role of the leader in that situation and what the CEO of Ford did to help turn things around?
Well, that's a very good example. I believe that most of that success to Ford derived from two things. One was the design of a new generation of automobiles that maximize the use of flexible energy sources. For example, a lot of hybrid cars were on the drawing board 10 years ago, and they were coming to market just when the energy crunch hit. The other thing was that Bill Ford took out some necessary loans and set aside enough capital to work with right before all the money dried up. So you have there a case of, those two being some major contributors as well as an emphasis on quality. Mm-hmm. And the current president is maximizing those benefits. So it's really a collaborative effort. It's usually not attributable to just one person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, one of our attendees, Robert, has a question for you, Edward. He wonders how much of leadership is the ability to motivate others to passionately follow a course and direction? Because to be honest, when we think of leadership, we think of Martin Luther King, we think of Herb Schultz from Southwest Airlines, we think of these passionate people who are up and are inciting in people this flag-waving advocacy for their organizations and companies. Although you make a good point as well in terms of some leaders are the quiet type who are results-driven, but he wants to know how much of the leadership is the ability to really motivate others to really passionately follow a certain course or direction.
Well, thanks for the question. Basically, my opinion on that is that just as there are dozens of theoretically dozens of types of leaders, in practice there are dozens of types of leaders. Some leaders are the persuasive, energetic, enthusiastic leaders that have the ability to motivate people. Others motivate by being careful, considerate, and stable. And different employees will be attracted to those different types of leaders. I don't think it's necessary for every leader to be a charismatic. Mm-hmm. I think there's a match. I mean, when we think about leadership, I think many of us think, okay, it's totally focused in the person of the leader. But in fact, leadership is not one person. It's a relationship between leaders and followers. Mm-hmm. So, there are variety. Let me put it this way. There are dozens of ways to go right and hundreds of ways to go wrong.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Our time, unfortunately, is almost up. Edward, I want to thank you for being the presenter on business leadership today. I would like to pass on my contact information to the attendees. Again, my name is Don Purdy. I'm the program director for the Weekend MBA program. There's my email address on the screen, my phone number, my fax, my Twitter at UAlbany MBA. For those prospects on our webinar today, if you're interested in receiving some more information on the program, would like to join us for a class session to get a better feel for the program and to talk with some students and with the instructor, please let me know at that contact information there. Next, we have our webinar scheduled for April 13th, which is Wednesday, 12:15 p.m., so about a week and a few days away from today. It's also a very timely topic as well. It's preparing for the GMAT exam. Our instructor will be George DeLuca, who is with the University of Albany Alumni Association. He's a very, very long-time GMAT, LSAT, and GRE instructor, so he has all the ins and outs of those exams. Principally, our interest is, of course, in the GMAT exam. Also, for our attendees, we have an information session tonight at our Clifton Park Executive Education Center. It starts at 5:30, runs until 7 o'clock. You have a chance to hear a presentation by me on the Weekend MBA program, in addition to hearing some experiences from current students, alums, and also you have a chance to ask questions of current students and alums as well. Again, I want to thank you for joining us on today's webinar. The topic was, of course, business leadership, and also thank you very much, Edward, for your time and for sharing your knowledge.
Pleasure to do it. Thanks.
Yep, you're welcome, and take care, everybody, and hopefully we'll see you, if not tonight, the next Wednesday, April 13th at 12:15. Thanks again.